Yeah, just a quick video. I got the bike back on Wednesday. I guess that was the 21st. And yeah, the guys who dropped it off were fantastic. They were like local last mile guys from, I think the company was called Superior Moving and Storage, and they're out of Lowell, I believe. Super guys. One of them was like really into bikes and had a Gixxer 750, and he offered to ride it up into the garage for me since I was still in that boot. Yeah, they did a really nice job. They called me before they came up, let me know when they were 20 minutes away. Very careful with the bike, brought it out. Can't say the same for the company Montway, who hired a company called CRST to haul it out here. It was playing hell just to try and get an update to find out when they were going to pick it up, which I was originally told would be before April 17th. They didn't pick it up till May 7th, CRST. Montway is the broker, and they were of no help trying to get it back here after they received my money. CRST's website tracking showed the bike all over the place, and it was only Saturday that it actually showed it in Lowell. Last Friday afternoon, it showed up somewhere in Texas after being all the way out to Sturbridge, Mass. So I don't know what the deal is with their tracking, but it was not reliable at all. So if you ever need to have a bike moved, I would definitely avoid Montway. There are plenty other independent truckers out there who will do it, and from what I've read, will do a better job of keeping you informed and not screw with you messing up with the pickup dates. You know, when your motorcycle is sitting in a Texas tow yard for a month, you start to get a little nervous. So anyway, yeah, I got it back. It's in great shape. I didn't have any problems, at least with the last company. You can see it's still muddy. I actually had to pry some mud out of the front brakes just to get it up in here, because it was put in a cradle and on the back of a truck, and then just basically forklifted on and off of trucks. So wheels didn't get much of a chance to move until they were bringing it up into the garage. But yeah, still got all that Texas mud on it. You can see there's some up in here. Yeah, that's what it looked like. But right now it's like a rock now. Yeah, there's no real damage. It fell down on this side. As you can see, it just, you know, I had a case here. I had cases on the sides, so it really kept all of this out of the mud. So none of this got really impacted at all. I got this here. I'm not sure if you can see it, with this scrape right here, and I don't know, it feels like it might be into the metal of the tank a little bit. That was definitely caused from shipping, because there was nothing, this did not happen during the drop because these protected it from going over that far. But you can see how it's all chafed and whatnot, but it's no biggie. I think I could probably just hit that with some touch-up paint. I did let the insurance company know. Not that I think they're going to do anything about it, but he was asking. You know, when it got delivered, let him know, and let him know if there was any more damage that I could see. Let's see, yeah, but it's still filthy dirty. It's gonna take some time to wash it and get everything all cleaned out of it. I haven't ridden it yet, obviously. That's all the information from the tow yard. But yeah, I'm glad to have it home. Certainly feel a little bit more complete. I do have to say, these Dunlop Trail Max tires I put on it a couple of days before I left, these have about 8,000 miles on them. And as you can see, I can easily get another 4,000 or 5,000 miles on them, and I will, definitely. Before I take another big trip, I'll replace them. I'll probably put the same ones on. They were really difficult to spoon on and off the wheels, so I think what I'll do is I'll probably just take them up to a bike shop and have them spoon them on, because they have like a Rabaconda or something like that to make it a lot easier. But Very happy with the performance of those tires, except for in the mud, but that's not the tire's fault. That's my fault. Yeah, so it's looking good. Just needs to be cleaned up. I would definitely highly recommend anyone. I'm glad I had it. Get a dash cam. I have a rear-facing camera there, and then there's another forward-facing camera I have that is on a. It's actually on a suction cup mount. But I'm gonna see if I can figure out a way to mount it more permanently to this mounting bar. Yeah, because you never know what you're gonna get into. So I think it's just better to have it than not, especially these days when this kind of technology is available and it's easily accessible and can save you bacon. Something interesting happened here. I don't know, but there was that's supposed to be bolted right there, and it was. But I don't know, at some point it must have come loose and fallen out, so that's no big deal. I have plenty of that kind of hardware around here. Yeah, so definitely glad to have it back. Even my little alien guy made it back. Picked that up in Roswell last year. Or not Roswell, but Area 51, that little alien place. Yep, so as soon as the weather improves, which I believe may happen late tomorrow afternoon and Sunday, I'll get it cleaned up. Yeah, and start working on getting back on the road. I'm out of that big boot. I'm just wearing an ankle brace, which I can wear with tennis shoes. I'm not using crutches or the big boot anymore. Ortho said I should wear the boot if I'm going to be walking around the grocery store or something like that. But yeah, we'll see. But yeah, other than that, I mean, even the tires weren't deflated. I thought for sure they were going to be just about flat from sitting so long, or at least low. But yeah, I checked them and they're right where they're supposed to be, 41 and 36. So no complaints there. Just absolute bulletproof bike. Fantastic. The tires were fantastic, although of course I did run into one guy in Death Valley who saw them, and of course I had to criticize my tire choice. Yeah, basically I had to politely tell him to go fuck himself, and if you don't like these tires, don't put them on your bike. I don't understand why people think they need to do that, but some people still do, and whatever. But yeah, other than being dirty, I think it's okay. I did fire it up, let it run for a little while. And that's the other interesting thing, is when the guy, his name was Lamont, pulled it off the truck. I asked him, hey, if you wouldn't mind, could you ride it up in the driveway? And he's like, oh yeah, absolutely. And I said, I don't know if it's going to start. And it's a Yamaha, of course it's going to start. And sure enough, he hit the starter and the thing fired right up on there. It just didn't even, I don't even think it went through 2 cycles, and it fired right up. And he rode it right up in the driveway, no problem. So good to meet you, Lamont. You took good care of my bike. I appreciate it. Cool guys. But yeah, I can't say enough about the guys at Superior. But yeah, remember that name, Montway. If you see it, keep scrolling. All right, I'm out.